Hey guys, welcome back to What If Civilization Started Over, episode 21. And in today's episode, we are going to start off with our daily India update. And we're going to start off with them, which are going to take the offensive again. And last time, they took the southern one. They started up here. So, hold up. They quickly send their forces and wipe them out. And then, they're not done just yet. They're not done just yet. Wait, what? F, okay. So, they're then going to face those two. And they're going to quickly send their reinforcements, split them in half. And, yeah. But don't think they're done just yet. Because then they're going to take on all of their neighbors. Well, except that one. They're literally going to take on the majority of their neighbors. And, yeah, they quickly get destroyed in the north. But they then destroy this one in the south. Well, these two in the south. And start quickly, mobilizing. And they're able to take out, like, majority of the southern ones. Now they just have to worry about the north. So they quickly spearhead and split them in half again. They then, do that, and basically, they just surrender. So, yeah. That's what happens. And now, I'm going to give them their own color now, since they're one of the major powers now in India. And the reason why they're so strong is, it's classified information. That is a secret. You're gonna have to figure that out. Let's see, I'm gonna take that purple color right there. Do that. And then take the capital color. And right there. Now we're going to go down here to the green team. And they are going to face this one. So they quickly send their troops that way. But they're able to split them in half, and they start surrounding the green team's capital until a country north of them joins in, and basically they have to send troops up, which the green team is able to do that. And I'm now going to draw the peace treaty. Okay, and here's the peace treaty. They basically just split it in half. And now we're going to have the pink team do some action. And the pink team is going to invade. They still have a strong military. They just have small land. And also they are supported by the green team over here. Like the Ethiopian Djibouti team, I don't know. So they are going to take on these three. And the pink team quickly takes out these two, and yeah, the pink team just kind of obliterates those teams. And then the pink team is going to go down south and face those two. Which, the pink team, they are actually mobilized. And this team is kind of against both the teams. And they're starting to send support to like all the other places around the country that might be threatened by the rule of these two. And these two are also part of that. So basically, yeah, it's kind of like an alliance. So basically, pink team is kind of cooked until the green team decides to make its own alliance. And the green team, let me do like a third party color. So yeah, the pink's kind of alone right now. Until the green team joins in. Well, the green team alliance joins in and starts invading from the south. Which pink, well, they start to but pink team is able to hold its ground a bit. And quickly cuts off these two and finishes them. But now she has to deal with the rest of the alliance. But before that, pink goes to reclaim its land. And they're successful. But the purple team now has to deal with the red team. Which the purple team is actually successfully able to do. And basically plays defense on the border. And then the purple team backstabs their alliance and literally starts to invade them. I mean, technically not. Because they agreed that if they do bad, purple will take control and yeah. And that's basically what's happening. And the purple team and pink team decide to have a peace treaty. They all decide a peace treaty, so I am going to draw that peace treaty. Okay, I've drawn the peace treaty, and pink basically took the southern, pink took most of its bordering states, and purple took all the ones it took. And also now, green team has an alliance, which they may or may not backstab in the future. And that is it for the Daily Indian update. I might have done a bit too much, so it might be peaceful in that region for a while. But anyway, now, let's move us over to Europe, where the old New England colony starts to have some tensions. And I think you know what's going to happen. Wait, do I have a province for those? No, I don't. Well, anyway. The Brittany team quickly invades and takes the capital, which they then kind of just fall, and yeah. And now they're going to go down south again and invade these, which is the first battle with provinces. Which why is it doing that? That's anyway. They okay. I'm just gonna do this on the background. Actually, I'm just gonna cut this out. Okay, so the war starts, and the Brittany team quickly takes this northern province, and yeah, Brittany team's kind of just destroying them, and the capital is taken, and they surrender. So I'm now going to draw the peace treaty. Okay, and yeah, the Brittany team takes the whole country. And now they are going to look north, where this dark blue team is. And they take the capital and they surrender. Well, the people fight. Well, the government surrenders, but the people still fight. And it doesn't go that well. Because, yeah. And boom, there's the peace treaty. Just completely taken. And now we are going to go over here to this place, which might seem familiar to you, which used to be the great world power, but now it's kind of, yeah, you know. And all of the team says, give me Greece. And they can't really put up a fight, so yeah, they give them Greece. And let me get these little spots of orange real quick. So I'll be right back. Okay, and y'all team now is Greece. So yeah, they're basically almost collapsed. But now, sorry about that. Time for one of a fan suggestion. So they say, you'll just see. Well, they don't say you'll just see. I say you'll just see. And it has something to do with the Polish team. So let's go down here to our palette of colors. And I think you might know what's coming. They have been recently having some instability. And it has caught up to them. Which means civil war. And trust me, there are more teams than this. Which I'll be right back. Okay. So I've got the different teams, and now let's start. So this Northern Orange team quickly heads for the capital, and this team basically just starts taking as much land as possible, and they cut off the Orange team and also start attacking them. Actually, they don't start attacking them. They just cut them off. They don't feel like fighting each other, so the Orange team kind of just lets it go. But this Blue team down here, I'd say, is the strongest of the bunch. They just start spearheading, and yeah, they take the capital instead. And then this team, they kind of just take what they want and say, yeah. They just take what they want and say, peace out. I'm good now. But now I'm going to draw the treaties. Because, yeah, the government surrenders. With the peace treaty, and also those natives there, yeah, they became their own country. So we have the northern Polish country, the southern Polish country, the central Polish country, the native country, the eastern Polish country, and then the OG Polish country. Yeah, makes sense. But now, we are going to go over here in America. Which, I'm pretty sure last time we had invasion of that. And the red team is going to take action for maybe like the 10th time in the series. Which actually is not a lot. The red team has been here since the start, and they have not really done anything. But recently, they've been wanting a bigger coast. And they have two options for getting a bigger coast. Technically 3 if you include the yellow team, but I don't think they want to stretch. I think they just want to expand out. Either the orange team, which, yeah, I don't think they want to mess with them. Or the green team, which has basically been also doing nothing. So which one do you think the red team is going to choose? The global superpower, or the one that's similar to the red team and has basically done nothing for almost the entire series? So if you picked the green team, you would be correct, because, yeah, they don't want to mess with the global superpower. So we are going to do red versus green, which Has that happened in history before? I'm not sure. But anyway, who cares? Because the red team is already starting the invasion. And is already destroying the green team. Which the green team was caught off surprise by this. And the entirety of North America was actually caught off surprise with this. Because they're good allies. But of course it has something to do with the new government. And red team takes out the southern part. And the green team surrenders. So I'm going to draw the peace treaty. Okay, I've drawn the peace treaty, and red now has a very big coastline. And they have also started insanely mobilizing troops along... Well, they just started insanely mobilizing troops. And it's known across the entire world now. And yeah, everyone's starting to get scared that, because their number of troops is actually, they went from like 6th or 7th to 2nd. Like, they have the second strongest military now. And the orange team is starting to take caution of this and is starting to mobilize troops along the red border just in case. But now we are going to go down to South America, which is where the purple team's colony resides. And they are going to do some exploring, because their goal is to find civilization and warn them about Australia, which technically actually is the #1 superpower. Wait, what the? That was weird. And yeah, they basically, it's hard to, they find it hard though to, they kind of stop right there because it's too expensive to go through the mountains. So yeah, they just keep exploring a bit, and they stop because the prices to do this is starting to get expensive. So they take that island and also expand along so there. But now we have Australia expanding, which they just take the rest of that. But also, they are going to start making themselves known to the world. Well, they're going to start to. I'm not saying they're going to do it yet, but they're going to start their process in making contact with the real world. So they are going to colonize this entire island and also start exploring a bunch of other islands. And yeah, they just start taking all the islands. It's Jaya Island, I think. And they explore some more. Explore this big island. And then land on the southern part of the main Malaysian island, which they explore it all. And also, they explore this island, which they then basically take full control of. These are just claims. They kind of just are claiming these. And then they completely take this island. They don't take that though, because, yeah. And then they also take the southern portion of this island. And speaking of expanding, the orange team is also going to expand. So they're going to explore more of what they think is still undiscovered land. And they're going to... The only thing that's separating them is this. And also, speaking of that, this brown looking team is going to expand some more. They're going to take these islands and they're going to expand down to there. So yeah, there we go. And now we are going to go over here. And the pink team is going... what team? Yeah, pink team is going to do something called invasion. And guess which country it's going to invade? The olive team? This team? Or this team? Or can naval invade that team? If you picked the orange team, you're wrong. It's actually this team. And they are going to... Yeah, they're going to send troops. They're basically going to send troops and instantly take the capital, like, a week later. And then take all the Sinai Peninsula. And also take this colony down here. And yeah, they basically say, okay, I'm good. So now I'm going to draw the peace treaty. Okay, I drew the peace treaty and they took the colony and, yeah, basically the Sinai Peninsula. So now we are going to go over here. Which this team previously suffered a loss from the pink team. But they have been mobilizing their military. They have been growing stronger, and now it is time for them to shine. So first, they make some more claims. Which they purposely get in the pink team's way. And the pink team does not tolerate this. They say remove. Actually, after that, they're going to make another claim that completely cuts off the pink team. And they're going to say, remove your claim or reinvade. And they say, we're not removing the claim, screw you. And the pink team invades. Which, yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Which they start off good, and the Chinese, the Chinese tan team pretends to be weak, but the instant, like, They literally give no resistance. They just like let them. But they get to the capital and hundreds of thousands of troops are waiting there. And yeah. Then all the hidden forces along the border start raining down on the troops. And yeah, it is not looking good for the pink team. Yes. Because their capital is in danger now. And yeah, so a small team, a small group of troops surround the capital and take it. Which then this team joins in. They basically just take a couple, they just, they take this and then say, okay, that's all I want. And then the Mexican team, they take some stuff also. And yeah, the pink team basically surrenders. So I'm going to draw the peace treaty. Okay, I'm done with the peace treaty. And Mexico takes southern parts. This team takes like the central parts. They take a bit of this area. The Alaskan team remove some of their claims around here because they have a bit too much land. And then we have the pink team also reducing their claims, which was a part of the treaty. So now we are going to move on to over here, where there is there's some debates over who owns this. Alaskan team says they own this, but actually they don't really care about this. They say they own this, but the Alaska team politically owns it. And they say give me it or invade, and Alaska team agrees. So they just give them it. And the reason you're asking is probably, why'd they give them that? Like, they're so much stronger. It's because they're kind of like purposely trying to get rid of land because they own a bit too much land. So what they are going to do is basically they don't have that much neighbors. So like yeah. Well, they're gonna sell this to. They're gonna start selling some land to the Japanese team because the Japanese team, I bet, would enjoy some land. And they then sell them half of that, and well, actually, they sell them the whole island. So, and also, the Japanese team has wanted like this area, so the Alaskan team gives it to them. And so there we go. The Alaskan team, even though it was a little land, it still helped a bit. And also, they are going to give some independence to people. Okay, they give independence to that team, and they're done giving land because they're actually pretty stable now. But now, to the Americas. And the USA obviously is going to do the classic thing that they do and invade California. This is not actually how it goes. I'm just doing that to make it easier. And boom, California's. And also, the USA wants to buy some land from their ally Mexico. So they pay him a bunch of money, and I'm going to do the borders now. Okay, I drew the borders. And yes, this is inspired off of the real American border. Actually, hold up, there we go. Okay. And that is going to be it for today's episode of What If Civilization Started Over. So I shall see you in episode 22.